Beautiful warriors, welcome back to the Autoimmune Recovery Room, your safe space for healing, encouragement, and empowerment. If you're new here, I'm Diana Carroll, and I'm so glad you've joined us. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back, my friends. Today we're talking about something every autoimmune warrior experiences at some point: flares. Those frustrating, painful setbacks that can leave us feeling defeated, discouraged, and even guilty. But hear me when I say this: you are not failing, you are healing. And take it from me, healing is not a straight line. As always, before we get started, I must remind you that this video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or pharmaceutical guidance. Always, always consult your healthcare provider for any health concerns you may have. To get started, today we're going to talk about autoimmune flares and how to handle setbacks without guilt. Number one, what is an autoimmune flare? Let's start with the basics. An autoimmune flare is a period where symptoms get worse, pain increases, fatigue deepens, inflammation rises, and it can feel like everything you've worked for is slipping away. But remember, flares don't mean you're doing something wrong. Autoimmune conditions are unpredictable. Flares can be triggered by a number of things like stress, infections, hormonal shifts, environmental changes, sleep disruptions, certain foods and toxins, even overexerting yourself when you were feeling better. Sometimes there's no clear trigger, and that's okay too. Your body is communicating with you. It's asking for support, not shame. Releasing guilt around setbacks. Let's talk about guilt. Guilt during a flare often sounds like, I thought I was doing so well. What did I do wrong? I should have known better. I'm disappointing everyone, including myself. If that sounds familiar, please pause. Take a deep breath with me. Remember, 4 inhales and 4 exhales. Let's do it. Come on. Deep breaths with me. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. You are not to blame. Healing isn't about perfection. It's about persistence and compassion. Autoimmune diseases fluctuate. That is the nature of the condition, not the result of your character. When we attach guilt to a flare, we actually increase our stress, which can worsen symptoms. Instead, let's learn to meet our flare with understanding, patience, and grace. Number 3, what to do during a flare. Here's what to focus on when you feel a flare coming on or when you're already in the middle of one. Number 1, slow down without apologies. Cancel plans, reschedule appointments. Let others know you are prioritizing your health. You are not lazy, you are being wise. Nourish your body gently. Focus on anti-inflammatory foods. Hydrate. Hydration is extremely important. Do not force a perfect meal plan. Just aim to support, not stress your body. Soups, smoothies, and simple meals are often the best. Rest and restore. Sleep. Take a nap during the weekday if you have to. Unplug. Rest is not passive, it is powerful. It is essential. It is an essential part of healing. I'm going to say that again. Rest is not passive, it is powerful. It is an essential part of your healing. Number 4, ask for support. Do not isolate. Reach out to a friend, a family member, or our autoimmune community here. You do not have to go through this alone. I don't know how many times I have to repeat that. And I repeat it because I was guilty of it. I didn't want to bother anybody. This is my issue. I'm not trying to, get sympathy. You are not alone, and you do not have to go through this alone. Number 5, smooth your nervous system. Try deep breathing, gentle stretching, guided meditation, or simply sit in silence with a warm cup of tea. Calming your nervous system helps reduce inflammation. Number 4, what to say to yourself instead of feeling guilty. Instead of guilt, try saying, this flare does not erase my progress. Because sometimes when you have a setback, you ignore the progress that you've made thus far. My body needs rest, not punishment. I'm still healing, even when I feel weak. This moment is hard, but it is not the end of my story. I trust my body is doing the best it can. And warriors, I'm going through something similar to that right now. I have been in a flare for weeks now. And I have been guilty of feeling that, I backslid. My progress is not doing, I'm ignoring the progress that I've made thus far because I wasn't supposed to be here. So the fact that I'm here at all is a blessing, and I can't ignore that. And I don't want you to ignore it either. Don't ignore your progress. I don't care how small it is, inch by inch. Anything's a cinch. You may want to write down affirmations. I know you hear a lot about affirmations, write it down, but I'm telling you, you need to remind yourself. You need to write down affirmations or reminders to come back to when you're in your lowest moments, sometimes that's all you can think about. But you have to get those affirmations and reminders of, I am progressing, I am getting better, despite what you're going through right now. You can even post them on your mirror, or your refrigerator, or in your journal. But somewhere where you'll see it. If you work from a desk, just put sticky notes to remind yourself that you're in the process and you are progressing. Number 5, what healing really looks like. Healing is not a straight line, guys. I'm sorry if I be the one to tell you that. It is not a straight line. It looks more like a spiral. And sometimes you're going up, and sometimes that spiral's coming down. You circle back through hard days, but with more tools, more knowledge, and more resilient than you did before. Every time you honor your body during a flare, you are practicing true healing. Progress is not just measured by pain-free days. Okay, that it's wonderful when you have pain-free days, but you can't negate the progress that you've made even during the pain. It is measured by how lovingly you respond when pain returns. I again, guilty of that. I don't want it to return, but it has, and with a force. But I can't negate the fact that months ago I couldn't even get out of the bed. So you can't negate the progress that you're making, even if there is a setback. You still got to give yourself some grace, please. My closing message to you is you are not alone. To every one of you going through a flare right now, please know. And let me just say this too, because I know that there's not just autoimmune warriors on. A flare to me and a flare to you could be two different things, but a flare is still a flare. If you're in a point of your life where everything was going good and all of a sudden everything is not going good, you're in a flare. And what I don't want you to do in that flare is start to blame yourself. You are not failing. You are not broken. And most importantly, you are not alone. This is just part of the journey, not the end of it. It's just a part of it. But you have to keep on going to get to the end of it. Give yourself grace. Give yourself room. And know that you are deeply loved, deeply worthy, and still healing, even in your hardest moments. I cannot say enough to give yourself grace, to love yourself through it all, even when your body doesn't look the same, even when you're hurt. Give yourself grace. So in closing, I really would like to thank you for being here with me today in the Autoimmune Recovery Room. If this message spoke to your heart, please share it with someone who needs encouragement. Subscribe for more tools, compassion, and connection as we walk this healing path together. So I'm not just giving you a bunch of information that I've researched my hind parts off because I wasn't getting any information. I'm told, and I have 9 autoimmune diseases, and I'm told there's no cure. So when you hear there's no cure, you stop looking for cure because you're being told this by people who are supposed to know stuff. So I had to search for myself. Please, please remember that your body is not your enemy. It is your ally. It is fighting for you, not against you. Treat it with kindness, treat it with love, treat it with grace. Until next time, rest well, heal gently, and never, ever give up. As always, I send blessings and much love. And remember, broken wings can still fly. Bruised, or broken, get back up. Try it again. But do it with compassion. Your body's already going through so much. Don't add to it. God bless you until next week. We'll meet again. God bless you.